Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to create custom bullets. All right, as you know in InDesign, you can just select the whole body of text. You can go up to type. You can drop down to bullets and numbering, and you can say apply bullets, and you can see you have bullets right here. But let's say I want to do something different, something other than just round bullets. Maybe I want to put in squares. Maybe I want to put in check boxes. So let's say, for example, if what I want to do is put in check boxes, I'm going to zoom in so you can see this. Typically, what you might want to do is you might want to create a frame, all right, and then you may want to stroke that frame, maybe with I don't know, maybe a very thin stroke, and then what you'd have to do is you would be um, duplicating it, all right, to bring it down, to put it to the next line, and then duplicating it again, and then again and again. And that can be kind of cumbersome, only because you have very little control over it. And also, if you wanted to make any adjustments, you would have to adjust the type, and then also adjust the squares separately. So that's not the way to go. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to, again, select the body of text, go up to type, drop down to bullets, apply bullets. I'll get these round bullets, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this right now. I'm going to pull this in so you can see this. We're going to go over here to this little grid on the far right side and drop down to something that says bullets and numbering, and we're going to get this dialog box. Here we can put in a custom a custom glyph, if you will, to replace the round bullets. So we'll say add. We're going to drop down to, say, Zap Dingbats. I'll type in Zap Dingbats. Now, Zap Dingbats, you know, they are to the Mac what Wingdings are to the PC. Now, as you can see, here are my options. I have this square. I have this bullet with a drop shadow, and I don't have a plain square frame with just stroke around it. You can see the only options I have available to me are squares with drop shadows. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by putting in the square. All right. So once we put the square in, we're going to add that in. We'll say OK. Click on it, and as you can see, now we have the squares. Well, now we have to change these squares to outlines or to a stroke with either a none or a white fill. So what we need to do is add a character style. So while we still have this selected or highlighted, we're going to go over to where it says character style. We'll click on here and we'll say new character style. And it is at this point that we're going to start to style that particular square, if you will, that wingding or that zap dingbat. So we're going to drop down to where it says character color. We're going to say, all right, give me a fill of none. We're going to say, give me a stroke of black, and we'll make that stroke, we'll make that maybe a 0.5, half a point stroke going all the way around, and we'll say, okay. All right, now that we've done that, voila. Now we have our check boxes, and now we can decide what, how close or far away we want it to be from the text. For example, by adjusting these numbers here, if I were to make that minus 1p3, and then I change that to 1p3, you'll see that I got it. I was able to bring those boxes closer to the text. So I'll say OK. And you might say, well, what is the advantage of this? Well, the advantage of this is really pretty easy, or it's pretty obvious. You can say, now I can say, all right, maybe I want to change the leading. So I can come up to, let's say if it's 14 on 16.8, if I make that 18 point, you can see everything moves together. In other words, you don't have to move the boxes separately from text. It's all going to be one item. So this is a very easy and a very quick way to be able to modify and to customize your bullets to make them anything you want them to be, including an open square box. Okay, that's the long and short of it. Hopefully this helps.